good. Thank you. It's rolling.
Yep.
It's on. And happy spring, everyone. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it came by quick.
No.
I think it did. I think we were just waiting and waiting and waiting so much that it just like popped up out of nowhere.
I don't know. It was forever for me, and I'm still waiting. You know, I don't know. I'm still seeing, you know, things, little surprises already are starting to pop up. But I feel like this winter was one of the longest ones for me. I think so.
One of the coldest here in Virginia.
Maybe that's why. There was just so much. I mean, I'm grateful for the snow.
Yeah.
I really am, because I think we enjoyed it very much this winter.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, hello, everyone, because I didn't even say hello. We are Angie and Ambrose, GardenObsessions, that's the name of our channel, and we are Zone 7B, and we live in Virginia, Quantico, Virginia. I'm going ahead and explaining this because I know there's a lot of new people that have joined us. So hello, thank you very much for being here. And thank you so much for, you know, I know that, you know, I hear so many comments, very, very lovely comments about our little secret garden. And that's where we're going to go ahead and start, you know, opening this season, spring here in our little secret garden. It's not looking at all to what's supposed to, but that's the way it is. We're waiting for everything to start to just shoot up again. And
there is quite a bit of stuff shooting up, though. I mean, I did a walk around earlier this morning, and I know you did yesterday, and there's a lot of things popping up. There's Hosta coming up, which is very exciting because those shoots look way thicker than they did last year. So
we will take a little walk and show you.
Yeah.
But today, I think we should go ahead and start showing the first bloomers.
Yeah.
Some of the first bloomers. Now, we didn't do tulips this past fall, but it's okay because we had a very, very weird, it's been a very weird time. I think the weather has, some of the bulbs that we did plant didn't really, they didn't do well because of the time that they were coming up too early. Like daffodils came up too early, and then we had that freeze and we lost all the flowers. It was pretty sad. I should have brought them in, and I didn't think, and I left them out there, but we still got to enjoy them. But I think it's time to show them. I want to show y'all a very, very special plant. It's very special to me. I think every plant has a story, and this one has a story for us. And it's something that I think we were going to get rid of because of its size. So let's go ahead and, do you want to get the camera, or how do we do this?
Yeah, I'll grab the camera so that way you can talk about it a little bit better.
So one of the first plants to bloom is Forsythia. This one right here is called Flying Machine Forsythia, is from Proven Winners. Now the reason this is such a special plant for us is because this was one of the first plants that we ever received from Proven Winners to review. I mean, you know, we were super happy to even get sent, you know, one little plant. And this was a quart container plant. So it was a tiny little thing, you know. And we move around so much that we knew it was going to get really big. And I was a little worried, thinking, well, what are we going to do with this big plant? But I wanted to enjoy this plant. I wanted to see what it was going to do. It's already on its third year, I'm going to say. Third or fourth? Third full year already, right? So it took a while for it to start doing its thing, especially because it's in containers. When things are planted in containers, they take a little bit longer too, and they don't grow to their full, you know, capacity, what the plant's supposed to grow. So this one should be a lot bigger, Flying Machine Forsythia. Now, Proven Winners does have other Forsythias, which are other varieties, which are much smaller. Actually, they're so cute. I'm hoping I can probably, maybe next year or this fall, I'll start bringing some of those for next to show off on next spring. But they also have very different flower shape. This one, why is so special too, is because the flowers are big. It has more of an orange yellow flower, and the flowers are huge. And I love when they fall down. They fall down whole. The flowers fall down whole, and it just looks like a beautiful golden carpet all around. This one still has some in it. They're barely opening. Some of the flowers are still opening. And I just love the whole wild look. And last fall, we went ahead and planted this one. I added a couple of plants down here. Oh, by the way, this one is zone 6 to 8 or 9. We'll go ahead and put all the information on the screen of, the size, how big it gets and everything. But they're really nice. Before I get into what's in down here, I know some people sometimes tell me, why do you want a Forsythia for if it really, it only does the flowering in early spring, and then what? You just have a bunch of green. Well, we want the green. We have a very small garden, and this helps us a lot in the garden. Once it stops flowering and starts flushing out, as you can see, all the green is starting to come out. This is what gives a backdrop to our garden. We love flowers. We are huge flower lovers, from hydrangeas to any kind of annual flower that we love to bring in here. But I always say, if you have a lot of flowers and you don't have that greenery in the background, it just doesn't look right. You need to have some type of background, some type of foliage, green, texture, and this brings it. This plants like this that are deciduous, they also, which I enjoyed a lot, being a deciduous plant, it gave such a beautiful structure in the garden. All through winter, I had it with little lights. So it just looked beautiful being in the center here and looking from the windows out. It was rainy, it was snowing, and seeing little birds, sitting on it. We have tons of cardinals come and visit here, and other types of birds, and it was just beautiful to see all that happening just with a plant like this. Now, they're great for landscape, for hedges. You can have it as as a single plant as well. But I love it, and we hope that, one day, once we're, we move from here and have a permanent home, we get to take this beauty with us, because I think it gives a lot. It has a lot to give. So I did have fun last fall and went ahead and I've always had it planted with phlox. This is a very pretty creeping phlox. It's still not flowering. It should start flowering soon. And then I just added a bunch of violas. I love violas. They're my favorite flowers, just because of how they scent everything. And then, as you can see, that's what I was talking about. The hyacinths didn't really do well because they started to come out really early. And this is what I have so far. This one's not even going to open. I did add in here 2 heucheras, one right here and one on the other side. And I always keep little tags in here, just so I can go back and see. So this one's called Primo White Rose Heuchera, and it's just starting to pop up. Very different this year too for us with the heucheras. Usually heucheras for us in our Zone 7B, they do amazing in containers, and they keep their foliage all through winter. But this year, they completely, this is the only one. This is the only heuchera that still has nice foliage. So yeah, we had a very different winter. We're not used to, we're more southern than anything. So getting to see a lot of snow and feeling a lot more cold this year was very different for us, but we did enjoy it very much. So that's what I wanted to show you. It's really nice to see something so little, get this big and actually enjoy to flower. It didn't get to flower for me till the second year at that. So that's why it's very, very special to me to see it do this right now. So I think we should go ahead and take them around and just to see what's starting to sprout out, because that's to me like the most exciting thing too. I'm coming outside and starting to see what little surprises are starting to pop up. Wait. You hear that? They can't hear it, can't they? Because of the mics? I wish I could hear that. The woodpeckers are going crazy back there. We're surrounded by the woods, and you can just hear them going crazy. They come and visit this tree right here. I want to show them how it's starting to, our maple tree.
Yep.
Reason why we haven't mulched yet, because very soon is going to start doing, I'm starting to see them, I think, starting to form the seeds, which we call the little helicopters, and they make such a mess, and y'all can imagine to clean up everything. So we're not going to put any mulch yet until they drop, and then we'll do our cleanup right now. After that. So you're going to see a lot of things. We really haven't touched much. We like to leave whatever we can early on because there's still a lot of little critters. What I call garden friends. We call them our garden friends, which they help a lot here in the garden. Empress has a little pond, which I really don't want to show right now, but we're going to be super real with you guys because this is what it's like in the beginning of spring. Some things didn't get done, last in fall cleanup, and we're going to do it now. But the pond is still helping because we still have little guys living there. I think I already, what was it? We saw like little, I can't remember, like little lizards of some kind started to already make way. So we do have here by the path, we have Carys Grass, which I really love to have Carys Grass, especially for winter time. Usually stays green here. And some of it, though, because of the snow sitting on it, really is looking bad. So this is going to have to get cut back. And that's something that I need to come and start doing, cutting. I think we're safe already to cut back the Carys Grass. So it can start to push out new growth where, some of it is starting to already green up and come up. We also have, this is what Amber's wanted to show you and show them. He was so excited yesterday when he came out here.
The hostas. Hostas are starting to put on a lot of growth, and these are a little bit thicker than last year. So it's pretty exciting to see those coming out a lot thicker. Hopefully these guys are going to be super huge when they come up this year.
So why are they in baskets? Do you want to explain to them this area right here?
So these hostas are in baskets. We have a couple of plants here in baskets. That's a hooker right there. Hopefully that one pops up just as well. And then we have another hosta right here. But the reason they're in baskets is because this spot in the garden soaks up a lot of water and holds a lot of water underneath all this rock here. And the reason we put them in baskets is just in case we saw that that they were starting to rot or getting too much water, we can easily pull those baskets out and transplant them and kind of control how much water actually goes in there. But I think they did pretty well this year, and I don't see anything really dying from the water here, so it's pretty good.
So, not seeing anything coming up here, because this is another one, right?
Yeah, I think I did see one in there. You just got to dig for it a little bit, yep.
I know that one. And then right here, this is a stilby.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if I lost, stilby loves the water. But I'm not sure if we lost two.
We might have some other ones popping up somewhere. Just not too sure yet.
What else do we have? We have little daffodils that pop back up from the first year we moved here. Ambrose went ahead and put those in.
Yeah, I thought most of them were gone, but they're still coming up.
Those came up still.
Those are the, what, Tita Teat?
Yeah, that's the name of them. And then we still have the pots, first bloomer. This was our first bloomer in winter. I forget their names.
The Hellebores.
Hellebores. How can I forget such a beautiful flower? Look at that. They were really white at first. And some of you had asked me how come, because when first time, I think you showed them on a video, Hellebore, and the cups were still very closed. They were just opening. I know some of you asked that if you had, told us that you have also some that were very close flower.
Yeah.
And if it could be the code. That kept them like that. I think the code, it could have been the code, and there wasn't a lot of sun. When the sun's hitting, I noticed that they right away open. So right now the sun's hitting, and they're a little, you can see the flower inside. You can see it opening, but this hasn't been cleaned out yet, and it's fun because the vinca's starting to come up. Usually vinca, I have it all through winter too, looking green. This is variegated vinca. Yeah. But this winter, as y'all can see. Ooh, it crisped. It didn't make it because all this was just covered in snow. Then I'm gonna have to come and do cleanup on the Hellebores pretty soon. Yep. This whole week Ambrose is gonna be here, so that's what we're going to be doing. And then you got another wild rose hookera right here. We had another pot on the other side. I'm not sure if Ambrose wants to go to the other side to show it. I had potted these up last spring. Yep. And we lost that hookera here. It was on this other side, opposite side to the other pot, but it wasn't getting a lot of sun, so we lost it. And I tried to save it, but it was too late. Yeah. And very pretty, but it has the same. It has some fern there. This fern does really well here. I can't remember the name. It's a very big fern. It's beautiful. I love it. I need to clean it up too. And that's really what's going on right now. And I'm leaving these in the pot, these hellebores, because hellebores don't like to be moved around a lot. I had a lot more Hellebores last year, and I decided to take a chance and plant them in here.
Yep.
But I lost them all. It was too wet. They can handle a little bit of bad soil, but it was just too wet for them here. So I took the chance. I think sometimes, that's what you got to do to figure out if something's going to happen, it can happen for you or not. Did you want to show them more? Because it's exciting what's starting to pop up in the little bed.
So over here in the bed here, we have all our perennials that are starting to pop up. And the favorite one is this Bernera here that's looking pretty amazing. It's growing through the pansies and the violas there. But Bernera, looking great. Love the color on that one. That one is, what did I say, Jack Frost?
Jack Frost.
So that one's a Jack Frost. Has a beautiful frosted color on there. Excited to see those grow out. There's, I think I spotted 3 already. There's probably more. I think we put a total of, 5 in here?
I think there's 5. I've been looking for the other one. I don't see it. I actually marked them, too, with little,
yeah.
What were they? Those little metal hooks.
We don't, you're looking at that hole back there. We don't show her a lot, but we have our lady, our American Bulldog, and she one day got out here and, yeah, somehow got into bed here and just went to town. Normally something she doesn't do, but...
I think she can start to smell that there's little critters making way out.
Yeah, she definitely smells rodents and stuff out here. So I think that's probably something that she was attracted to and just started digging back there. But so you can see everything. I know Angie didn't want to show the pond, but that needs to be cleaned out. And we have a whole line of pansies and violas that Angie planted here. What did you got?
The hookeras. I'm always excited to see that the hookeras are starting to pop up.
Oh, yeah. Hookers are always great to see growing.
That's I have a lot of the appletinis in the garden. I just love the green. Of them, and they shoot out beautiful, beautiful red flowers, which hummingbirds just, oh my goodness, they go crazy for.
What do you have over here?
And this is my favorite hooker of them all, mahogany monster. I think that's correct. Mahogany monster red hooker. This one is just gorgeous. It's one of those big ones, big hookeras, and I just love them so much. I also have quite a bit of those. I just had to keep getting more of those. And yeah, we were supposed to have tulips in here. That's why you just see the line of the, what are they called? The pansies and violas. But it didn't happen. There are some of the little tulips from the year before, from spring before. And then we have things that we need to, look what the...
Oh, yeah.
What the cold did this year to some of our plants. And I always forget the name of this plant.
That is the Gardenia.
Gardenia. So it does really well here. This is the north part of the garden, and it does amazing. This one's called Scent Amazing.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful button-like, button stitch flowers that it gives, and I love it so much. This was a gift from Encore Azalea, right?
Yes.
And that's another, plant that means a lot to me because of that reason. But yeah. It was cold. It was really cold this year. And I have all the other pansies and violas that I'm going to go ahead and start working with. And we just wanted to show you. We have the roses.
Yep.
Claire Austin's over there, a David Austin rose. She's put some growth. We have Lady of Shalott right there as well. We're huge David Austin lovers, so you're going to see a lot of this for you guys that are new to our channel. We love roses. And there's a mess. There's a mess right here. I've started to move things around. The sun starts to change. Things start to move around. And I just start getting plants out, and moving them. A lot of work. This is like a little work area right now of everything that we're going to start doing. An area where one of her daughters works in too. She loves to do stuff back there. We have to start moving a lot of the hydrangea trees out of here. And right now what I do is I pile up a lot of the hydrangea on this side of the garden for winter, and this is where they mostly get a lot of the sun towards the when there's not a lot of sun during the year. I put them here so they can get enough sun. And I think it's where you start talking about microclimates. It's a little warmer here, more protection for them. And we have a ton of things that just went wrong. Good and bad. So we'll go ahead and end it here, I think, and we'll go ahead and do another one so we can talk into it, because we do have something going on in the garden that we need to take care of today. We came out and did our little inspection in the garden, and we found out. Let's walk them over here so they can see the window box they didn't get to see. And Gertrude Jekyll, I'm sorry. But we did get to find out that we have scale in two main plants, which, oh boy, I think we might be losing one.
Yep.
It's on a holly that I love so much, which gave so much this winter for the birds. Fed them a lot, and we got to see a lot of birds. But things happen, and we're going to take care of it. And that's a product that it gives an opportunity, though, to go ahead and this is the first time we've ever dealt with scale, but it'll give us an opportunity to also introduce a product that we use a lot. A question we get asked a lot: what do you spray your roses or your garden? But we don't just spray just the roses. We do the whole garden with this product, so it's exciting to be able to show you that, because either way that has to get done. And then I'll leave y'all with my little window box here that I love so much. It did great all winter. Didn't get to see my violas and pansies, but
they're coming up now.
Now they're coming up, and I'm actually, while Ambrose is showing y'all what's in there, maybe you want to let them know, I'm going to prepare the fertilizer, because that's what I need to do. So we're going to go ahead and leave y'all here. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm just so excited. I think Ambrose too.
Yep.
By the way, we have a birthday boy. It's Ambrose's birthday, so he's super happy. Yes, he's a spring baby, so y'all can imagine how happy he is right now.
Yep.
So we'll leave y'all here. I'm gonna go ahead and start fertilizing my pansies and violas so they can keep giving us flowers, and we see y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bloom where you are planted. Love this watering can. I had to come back and let y'all know. I told Ambrose, you need to go get me another one. I got it from IKEA. Well, Ambrose went ahead and surprised me with this one from IKEA, and I love it. I love it because, look, guys, look how much it covers. I love that.